gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Hourglass 12, presented to you by the NTU Jazz and Blues. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Alistair, and I'll be your MC for tonight. And I will be taking you through a journey of unforgettable music. Now, what you just heard was You Stepped Out of a Dream, Wednesday Band, a tune that feels just as dreamy as its name. And if you like that, then you're in for a treat, because we have a lot more in store for you. So sit back, relax, and enjoy what we have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next tune is I'll Close My Eyes, a jazz standard. Take it away.
Heaven sent
Wow, 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 what a wonderful melody. But you guys need to keep your eyes open for the next one, because our next tune is a little different. It is an R&B hip-hop tune by Robert Glasper and Yeba called Over. To change things up and move away from the traditional jazz sound. So ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy. Wow, 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 that was a fabulous outro. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next tune is an instrumental titled Meh, which was buffed when the band members and musicians were messing around during practice sessions while the vocalists were away. So they had so much fun that they decided to add this on a very short notice. So here's a moment just for them. Enjoy. was certainly a very mesmerizing performance. Do you guys get it? Yeah, it's not a bad pun. I thought of it backstage. Anyways, up next we're gonna have Blue Z. Though not quite the 3/4 waltz version you might be expecting, but we've got a little surprise for you, so please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, don't feel blue, don't feel sad, because the show is not over yet. Now, I hope you guys kept your energy up with that blue set, and to keep us vibing, we got Wednesday's band's last tune, Overjoyed. Now, you might know the Stevie Wonder version, but we're bringing you a little samba twist. Take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was Overjoyed performed by the Wednesday Band. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Wednesday Band once again. Now I'll stand at this side of the stage because I want to introduce the members to you. All right, so for these singers, we have Cecilia To and Tay Jia Wen. On the sax, the alto sax, we have Du Xuan Lin. We have Chek Te Chan on the keys. Tian Yu Chun and Ethan Tantra on the guitar. And last but not least, we have Daryl Ong on the bass. Actually, wait, no, we got the drums, but please clap for Daryl Ong. And on the drums, we got Luke Chua and Kevin Tan. Please give them a big round of applause once again. Thank you, Wednesday Band. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know how this band's called Wednesday, right? Right? So that's the middle of the week. But what's after Wednesday? What? Not Friday, man, not Friday. What's after Wednesday? What's between Wednesday and Friday? Thursday, that's right. Up next we have our Thursday Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a big round of applause. Invite them to the stage. Enjoy.
Somebody come and change your mind. To the years we've been together through 20s, all this weather. Someday, blue and downhearted, you want to be with me. I'm everything, baby. After I'm gone, after I'm gone away. After I'm gone, after we break up. After I'm gone, you're gonna wake up someday, blue and downhearted. You want to be with me right where we started. After I'm gone, after
Wow, wow, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that was After You've Gone, one of the oldest classics in jazz repertoire. It's been around for over a century and reinterpreted countless times ever since. Thursday band loves swing and blue vibes, but not only. In fact, this year, they decided to take on a challenge with a piece renowned for its harmonic and rhythmic movements. Here, the chords move faster than the blink of an eye. So hold on tight for what's coming, because we have one small step for man, some giant steps for jazz. Take it away. was Giant Steps by John Coltrane. Now this next tune was written by the pianist Horace Silver and dedicated to the British Baroness Palanika de Konig-Schwarter. She opened a home to many great artists and became one of the biggest supporters of jazz musicians in the New York scene. For friends, she went by Nika. This piece is one of the many tributes written for her. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Nika's Dream. Throughout its history, jazz has evolved alongside popular culture, often drawing inspiration from film and musical theater. The next tune became popular when sung on screen by Audrey Hepburn in the movie, you know it, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Then it was borrowed by many musicians and became a classic of jazz repertoire ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Moon River. Enjoy. Wow. Now that melody really does bring out a strong sense of nostalgia. See, one of the greatest things about jazz is its ability to integrate many influences from all around the world into a common language, music. The upcoming tune is one of the first ethno-musical experiments based on 12 8 African rhythms by Mongo Santamaria. The piece then traveled across the decades, changing style and adapting to modern sounds, until it was completely reimagined by Robert Glasper. Here, the lines between jazz, soul, and hip-hop start to blur. The next tune is called Afro Blue. Enjoy.
face with delayed rays. It gently swayed and slip away to the storms of blue pain. Shades of daylight, rich as the night, and full
All right, we've been exploring some classics tonight, but this next piece brings us into the present, as it was composed in 2024. This tune demonstrates how the swing and bossa nova styles continue to evolve and blend with contemporary pop sounds. A tune much loved by these singers from the Thursday band, of course, and it is by Ebony Lauren and Jason Lapierre. This is Meet You Again. Enjoy.
lost in your eyes, it's no surprise. No wonder you have been my how lucky am I? You come into my life. Yet I never knew I'd miss a beginning's quite like this. I wish I could meet you all over again. We go back to when we were just friends, so I can hold your hand for the first time. Anticipate calling you mine. Back when we began. If I could meet you again. I'd ask you why you don't wear a jacket when it's rather cold outside. That's because you keep me warm. All the respect I got the bar when we stayed up till dark. I wish we could relive that part when you let me in your. I wish I could meet you all over again. Can we go back to when we were just friends, so I can hold your hand for the first time? Anticipate calling you mine. Back when we began. If I could meet you again. If I could meet you again. If I could meet you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the final piece of this set. And for the finale, Thursday Band is taking us back to where it all began. Jazz is a music of constant evolution, but its roots are forever planted in the blues. This is the heart of this genre, a conversation between players full of communication, interplay, call responses between soul to soul. From Bobby Timmons and the legacy of Art Blakey, we have Monin. Take it away! Once again, that was Moanin' by Aunt Blakey. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the Thursday band. All right, now let us introduce the members, shall we? So for these singers, we have Lucas Tan and Claire Ng. Chowlin Shun on the soprano and alto sax. Tai Su on baritone and alto sax. Chong Ka-yen on the tenor sax. David Teo on the keys. Jagannath Okana and Cartons Lim on the bass. Shuri Bo and Zachary DuPont on the drums. And last but not least, we have Francesco Borando on the guitar. All right, once more, let's give a round of applause for the Thursday band, please. All right, thank you very much, Thursday band. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a quick 15-minute intermission. I repeat, 15-minute intermission before we continue with the last set of the night. So I'll see you guys again shortly. Thank you very much.
Allow me to come in just a bit.